We begin with the race for the White House. The Republican candidates now rallying hard with just 4 days to go before that critical New York primary, making their cases at a gala here in New York City last night.
While outside, Trump protesters making their voices heard despite some brand new Fox News polls showing his commanding lead. Garrett Tenney is live for us from Washington, D.C. with the latest this morning. Good morning, Garrett.
Good morning, Heather and Heather. Where Donald Trump goes, the protest will certainly follow. And last night, several hundred demonstrators gathered outside the Grand Hyatt Hotel in Manhattan, where New York Republicans were holding their annual gala to protest the GOP frontrunner. NYPD officers lined the streets and broke up a few scuffles, but at one point, a group of the protesters managed to break through the line and stormed the hotel before they were eventually carried out and arrested. Once the event started, Trump touted his big lead in the polls ahead of Tuesday's primary and again celebrated New York values.
Fighters and first responders and the police officers and the Port Authority workers who ran up those stairs, those are New York values, and those are New Yorker values.
Ted Cruz is running in third place in New York, and his lack of popularity was apparent last night. As you can see in this photo taken by a Daily Beast reporter, many of the attendees appeared completely uninterested in Cruz's remarks. But the Texas senator still made his pitch, arguing voters need to look towards the general election when deciding who to vote for.
As the men and women in this room know, none of that matters if we can't win. If we cannot win the election, if Hillary Clinton becomes the next president for 4 or 8 more years, the people of New York know full well what comes from that.
That argument doesn't hold up well when you look at the latest polls, though, that have Democrats beating both Trump and Cruz in the general election. But on the Republican side, Trump's lead is growing in the latest Fox News national poll. He's now 18 points ahead of Cruz, who's barely ahead of Governor John Kasich. Heather?
Garrett Tenney live for us. Thank you, Garrett.